Welcome back to PixarNerd Studios, where today I'm going to be talking about one of my new favorite Pixar movies of all time, which is the newly released Soul, now available on Disney+. Soul is a movie directed by Pete Docter, who directed Inside Out, and co-directed by Kemp Powers, and I feel like it's a really good movie. It has heart and, pun intended, soul, and it actually really makes you think about your life and what you do with your life. This film is amazing. It's beautiful for one thing, but the storytelling makes you think about everything. The designs in this film are amazing. I mean, seriously. I love the Soul design so much. They're so small and cute and simplified. But going through the Art of Soul book, which I did indeed buy, they have various designs where they're actually more simple than the designs, and also they're more creepy than the designs that they settled on. I actually like the new design so much that I decided to draw myself in that style, and I feel I turned out pretty good. But another thing that's interesting with the Soul designs is that they decided to draw lines on top of the already rendered animation. If you look closely on the hands and the bags under Joe's eyes, they have lines that are not models. They're not like textured. They're actually on top. They float on top of the character animation, and that is just so beautifully done. The second part of the visuals that I wanted to talk about are the counselors from the Soul world, which are the Jerrys and Terrys. These are amazing and wonderfully drawn. They are like 2D lines, like how I was talking about how they had the lines drawn on top of the souls, but these are actual, like, there's no model behind it. It's just line drawings. I don't know how they did it, but it stands out and it's beautiful. I mean, it's one of my favorite looking, it's the most beautiful looking Pixar film by far. I mean, Inside Out has some texture on all the characters, like the felt texture, but this film goes above and beyond with the texturing and just the look of the film. It's just amazing. The humans look great, the souls look great, the counselors look great, and the characters are written really well. Like, they're really funny sometimes. They make you feel, I mean, I didn't cry during the film, but it made me think more than anything, and that's something that is a very well written film. It's very well written because of how much it makes you think. For those of you who don't know, Soul is a movie about a middle-aged black man named Joe Gardner who lands the music gig of his career playing with Dorothea Williams. And, I mean, that's everyone can relate to that. You want to try and do something with your life. In this movie, Joe is trying to finally become a big jazz musician, and he finally lands that gig, and then he dies. Like, it's deep, just from the beginning. And then when you go, he meets 22, which is a soul that doesn't want to go to Earth, and 22 has been there for forever. I mean, seriously, at the beginning of the movie, you see souls there in the 5 billions, the 6 billions, and she's number 22, which means that she's been there for forever. And then you realize how much time has passed and how many people have tried to teach her about the joys of Earth and how fulfilling it is to go and live your life on Earth. I mean, seriously, this film makes you think about everything. Eventually, the film does something where I didn't think it would. I thought it would be just Joe and 22 trying to figure out 22's spark for Joe to go back to Earth. But about 20 minutes in, it does the unimaginable. It goes and puts Joe meeting hippies, basically, Moonwind, Stardancer, and Moonwind opens a portal to Earth, and Joe just accidentally bumps 22 in, and they both fall down to Earth, and Joe falls into the hospital cat's body that's sitting on the body of Joe that's in the hospital. And so 22 goes into the body of Joe, and this is where the meat of the movie is, but the way that they have Joe see his life through another person's eyes is amazing. Like, they have him go to the barber and talk to his mother, and the way that 22 acts through, like, Joe tells her what to do, but 22 acts differently and just shows Joe that there's more to life than just jazz. There's more than just your spark. And that's the main purpose of this film, is just to tell you that it doesn't matter what your main goal in life is. You should just try and be the best you that you can be, and interact with people more, and just talk with them more, and just help other people more. And that's one of the main things that I take away from this movie, is how they want you to go and just help others and just try and be the best you that you can be. At the end of the movie, they have Joe talking with one of the Jerrys, and the Jerry says, "You mentors and your purpose is so simple," because that way of thinking is so simple. You don't need a purpose in life. You just need to think about what you want to do and then just try and do it. It's not your purpose per se, but it's still something that you want to do. You don't need to do it, but it's the end goal. You can do it if you want, but along the way, you just need to focus on other things and help others. So it makes you really think about your life. Character-wise, this film has it all. I mean, it has the comedy from Tina Fey's 22. It has the emotion from Jamie Foxx's Joe Gardner. It has comedy from the Jerrys and the Terrys. It has seriousness from the Jerrys and the Terrys. But it also has references to past Pixar films, like in the Hall of Everything, there's the Pixar lamp, there's the Pixar ball, there's the Pizza Planet truck, there's A113, all those nice references that you would have. There's also the Axiom from WALL-E. There's so many things that are love letters to Pixar that have been with them forever, and it's just a shame that this film didn't get to be on the big screen and that we had to watch it on our TVs at home on Disney Plus because of the pandemic. I mean, seriously, this film, and I am not joking, is one of the most beautiful films I've ever seen. I mean, it's legit amazing. I am not taking this lightly. It's one of my favorite films of all time, and it's just the masterful storytelling. Like, they center it on music, which is amazing. I mean, I'm a pianist, and just watching Joe play the piano, they got it done amazingly. Like, the animation in this is beautiful. The way that they have Joe's fingers move and actually hit the correct notes, what they did with Miguel and Coco, it's almost the exact same thing, but completely different. But the only reason I'm saying it's completely different is because it's a guitar and one's a piano. But still, I mean, it's seriously, the technical aspect of this is amazing. Like, the lighting, how the camera pans throughout the scene. I don't think I've seen this done in other films besides Soul. I mean, this thing is amazing. If you haven't seen it already, give it a watch. Anyways, my drawing is done, and what did you think of it? Just tell me in the comments below. And also, what did you think of Soul? Tell me there, and I'll see you guys in another video. Have a wonderful rest of your day.